Pretty privilege is a real thing. I'm not here saying it isn't, but the thing that I have to say that has really helped me a lot was I kind of came to this conclusion that more makeup was not going to buy me pretty privilege.
Hey there, my handsome and pretty little Cobras, and welcome back to the Cobras nest for those of you who are new. My name is Mignon Cobra and I make minimalism videos. So today's video is going to be a makeup rehab video, and that is 9 months later after I finished my 1 year no buy. And I'm actually going to be talking about 6 things that have really helped me since that time. I finished my 1 year no buy back in October of last year. The other day I was just thinking about it, and then I realized 9 months have passed. I was like, wow. So I want to share that with you guys because I still to this day get a lot of comments on my no buy videos, people talking about like detachment of self-worth and using makeup as a coping mechanism. So I figured that these tips might help somebody else out. So without further ado, let's just get to the video. Let's get it, let's go. Woo. Okay, number 1, don't go to the Sephora store. When I had made some of these makeup rehab videos, I was still living in Asia at the time, and Asia has a lot more beauty stores than the West does. At least for me. Living in Toronto, the only beauty store in malls is Sephora. So long as you don't go to Sephora, for the most part, you're not bombarded by makeup except for Sephora. And then put a little caveat, I know you can go to Marshalls and Walmart, they do have a beauty selection, but I feel it's not as strong of a pull as Sephora. So I feel like at the very least, if you can just avoid going to Sephora, you're already winning. Another thing that also helps me when I'm in Marshalls is I find that Marshalls stuff doesn't look as cute the way that Sephora does. Like Sephora makes it look so beautiful. You know, like each brand has like their own like selections, like sections. Marshalls doesn't do that. Marshall literally just throws everything in a bin. At least for me, it doesn't look that appealing. Like I don't want to go digging through a bin for makeup. Like that's just not my vibe. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll still look, but it doesn't have that same pull. And I think that that might be something that has definitely attributed some of my success since no buying. Number 2, let go of pretty privilege. And I have talked about pretty privilege in some of my videos because I personally think that's probably one of the biggest drivers of makeup purchasing. We buy makeup because we want to be pretty, right? Most of us are not buying makeup to look uglier. And at the core of it, why are we trying to chase pretty privilege? Well, it's because we all want a better life. We all want an easier life. And we think that makeup is going to get us there. And I definitely agree with that. Pretty privilege is a real thing. I'm not here saying it isn't. But the thing that I have to say that has really helped me a lot was I kind of came to this conclusion that more makeup was not going to buy me pretty privilege. I know that this is a hard truth that maybe nobody wants to hear, but it's something that I told myself and it's helped me a lot. If you have pretty privilege, you have it already. It's not a makeup thing. Buying more makeup won't give you pretty privilege. And I know that sounds awful, and I'm sure you could put enough makeup and cake it and fake it till you make it, but it helped me a lot realizing that buying more makeup wasn't going to give me pretty privilege. So for me, I instead focused on becoming healthier, and that's something that I'm going to be talking about in my last tip. Okay, so number 3, declutter those YouTubers. I realized that if I wasn't going into Sephora, the only place that advertised makeup on like a hyperconsumption level was the YouTubers that I followed. They were always showing the latest collab drops, the latest releases, and I was like, I need to go out and I need to cop this from this series. And for me, I noticed this was actually a lot more severe for me when I was living in Asia. I followed a lot of Asian YouTubers who did a lot of makeup, and I had access to that because, as I've mentioned, Asia has a lot of beauty stores. So I would always go to the beauty stores and get whatever it is that I wanted. But since I don't follow Western beauty bloggers, I guess, I don't have any influence, and so while I'm here in Canada and I'm not even going to Sephora, I literally have no idea or concept of what's going on in the beauty community, and that has helped me tremendously. Number 4, I recommend joining the subreddit Makeup Rehab. That channel opened my eyes severely to the dark side, the realities of what hyperconsumption of makeup can do to you. It can definitely wreck your finances, and it was such a wake-up call for me when I joined that. Before that, I only could think about the new makeup that I want to buy and how it's going to make me happy, but I never really took into consideration some of like the long-term repercussions or the dark road that it was taking me down. Like, I'm not trying to sound dramatic, but really, I really had no idea. Like when I got on that forum and I saw people's like stories, I was like, oh my god. Sometimes it's kind of like looking in the mirror. You don't really see it until you see it in somebody else, and that for me helped me a lot. A lot of people would talk about their struggles financially. Other people talked about having no money left over at the end of the month because they just blew it all on makeup. Oh my gosh, I've been doing similar things. That sense of like not ever being fulfilled when you buy makeup, and I was like, yeah,
I get it, me too. I can recommend joining that to just kind of have a reality check. Not all of us are beauty bloggers. We're just regular everyday consumers. You just need a bag full of makeup. You don't need an entire vanity. I know that's like really tough love. It's so much fun to collect it, but I guess we really don't need that much makeup. Okay, number 5, enjoy a fresh face. I made this video not wearing makeup because I kind of want to show you guys that it's okay to have a fresh face. And when I say fresh face being no makeup. If you're not quite ready to make that jump, maybe clean makeup, that's something else you could do. I know it's not easy because I definitely feel those pressures myself. I definitely feel prettier with makeup on. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I'm perfect and I feel enlightened and I feel woke. I don't. I struggle. When I have acne flare-ups, I definitely want to cover up. When I'm just like not feeling my best, makeup helps me feel more confident. So I totally get that. I can recommend doing some shadow work to kind of help with that. I feel like that for me helped me a lot curb my makeup addiction because I felt like I'm feeling quite pretty without makeup, so I guess I don't need as much as I feel I need. And number 6, and this is the point that I want to talk about, and that's investing in health over beauty. I know that we all think that beauty is equated to health, but I think there's like that fine line because I think at the end of the day, makeup is just, plastic that we're putting on our face for the most part, and it's not quite health. I think that for the amount of money that we're spending on makeup, you could definitely achieve some of the results that you're looking for just by being healthier. And of course, I don't want to sit here and, talk people's relationship with their face and their self-esteem and their makeup. That's deep-rooted stuff. I highly recommend looking into yourself. But when I say invest in health, I'm referring to maybe catching up on getting better sleep. For me, that meant that I sometimes would wake up earlier to do my makeup when I'd see Will just sleeping in, and then I realized like I'm literally sacrificing sleep just to put on makeup. And I live in Asia and half my face is covered by a mask. Am I really making the right decision? So now I sleep as much as I need, and if it means cutting from wearing makeup, I do so. The other thing is drinking more tea and drinking more water. If you're not spending money on buying makeup, you could probably have more money to buy other things like tea. Would probably help from the inside out, and your skin would clear up and you might have less acne, so it's just some of these things that sometimes beauty starts from the inside out. The other thing is maybe investing more in skincare. When I spent less money on makeup, I had more money left over for other stuff. I mean, I'm not saying go ahead and gain skincare addiction because I've seen on the makeup rehab that's also another thing, but just realizing that if you're not blowing all of your money on makeup, you might have a little bit more room for skincare, and I think taking care of our skin is probably a better use of money than makeup. Working out, if you're not spending all your money on makeup, you probably would have more time and money left over to work out. You don't have to go to a gym. You could definitely work out at home, but it's just this idea that maybe instead of spending and investing all of our time and efforts in makeup, maybe we could just be a little bit healthier and work out. And the last one is when I stopped buying as much makeup, I realized I had money left over and I was able to buy better. I was able to buy organic or even just buy more of whatever it is that I wanted to buy. And that was really nice because I think that cutting from our ability to eat for makeup is probably not the smartest of choices. Those are definitely choices that I had made in the past that were quite damaging. I would definitely cut from food so I could afford makeup, which is not something that I do anymore. Yeah, I hope that these 6 tips helped you guys out. I really hope that you can have a smooth no buy and that it could be a happy and healthy process. And don't be so hard on yourself. If you've bought something here and there, it's not the end of the world. You can have your cake and eat it too. You can have a little bit of makeup and you can also have a healthy and balanced relationship with makeup as well. All right then, so I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.